Hey family, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video, which is a reading, and I want to put a disclaimer on it. So you take what resonates and leave the rest. This reading is not for everyone. So I get information from God, from the Spirit. I don't get any information from anywhere else. I don't do tarot cards or anything like that. I'm just bringing information out from the Spirit to you. So I hope you can receive it in the way it was sent and intended for you. This may not be a reading. This is a timeless reading, so you can actually use it to talk about things that have happened. So this might have happened already in the past, might be happening now, or might happen in the future for you. It also, is a manifestation reading. So you can use this to manifest things in your life, pull things into this 3D for yourself. Sometimes I'll say divine feminine, and I mean divine masculine for you in your situation. Sometimes I'll say divine masculine, and I mean divine feminine. So just take what resonates, leave the rest, and use these terms as they apply in your situation. If you'd like to work with me on twin flame matters, spiritual matters, astrology, if you need a birth chart reading or you want to look at transits right now and see what's going on for you, if you are interested in working on trauma or stress, weight changes, weight loss, pulling love into your life or abundance, prosperity, peace, those things, feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the description below, and I would be happy to hear from you to see if we would be a good fit to work together. All right, so I don't know if I left anything out, but if I did, I'll try to throw it in as I go along. So let me get into this. So one thing that I have noticed, and I've been talking about the way that the planets have been doing what they do in the sky. So there was an opposition, from what I understand. If I'm saying it wrong, someone will let me know in the comments or let me know either way. But that means that Venus and Mercury have been at each other, jockeying for position, or, both of them fighting for attention or whatever. And what happened was problems with communication, problems with travel, possibly problems with technology, could have been problems with your appearance, problems with like learning or knowledge, or could have been problems with your career or something like that. Now that I think about it, could have been a lot of things. So maybe divine masculine is dealing with some issues in, relationships, or it could have been divine feminine, that they're finding out that their partner is not who they said they were, that they're not genuine, that they're not authentic. They like to cause problems, or they like drama in their lives, or they like, to start stuff, or they like to be a know-it-all, or they like to think, that they can teach everybody something. Maybe they don't know anything. Now, on the other side of it could be that the divine masculine is learning. There's a lot of revelations, and they can be overwhelming, I would say, for the divine masculine to see these things coming. And just let me just slow down for a little bit, because sometimes the messages come out and I get on a roll. But if you need to slow it down, you could always slow it down so you could listen to it again. But what's coming out is friction in relationships or friendships, people being exposed, not being who they said they were, playing a role all this time, and now the truth is coming out, and that has meant the ends of relationships, friendships, family relationships breaking up, people not getting along anymore because family members are against you, or family could be divine feminine or divine masculine that's going through this. And maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed by this energy because it is a lot. Now you could be, like I said, having some revelations and learning a lot of amazing things. You had no idea that you were going to learn about these family secrets or friend secrets, or the things coming out from your own self, stuff that you need to do some shadow work on so that you can heal yourself. So there might be a lot of things that are coming up for you as well. And it could be something about your appearance that you just had a complete makeover and you cut your hair, you are growing your hair out now, or you dyed your hair, or you got some veneers, or you got, whatever, you got braces, you got this, you got that. You lost weight and now you're finally coming out and all dressed up and decked out, and everybody is seeing the way you look, or whatever it is. It could be a lot of stuff that's going on for you, but things can be taking a 180 in your life, and so you could be turning, all the way around, doing an about face, and now you're looking a certain way and people are not expecting it. And like I said, this friction or the problems that happen in the relationship, after that, now it's the calm after the storm. So now things have settled down, and now, whatever relationships that survived, you are maintaining. Now you're focusing your energy, your efforts on the stuff that really matters to you, on the stuff that is really the most important stuff, whether it's career, whether it's family or friendships, relationship, whatever it is. Maybe you're, looking forward to getting into a new relationship or situation where now things are working better. You and this person are getting along, and now you're focused on doing something better, that you're focused on really living out your purpose, or, getting your dream job, building your dream business, or now the abundance is flowing in now that you're out of this situation where you felt like things were stagnant, they were not moving, you couldn't get any motion. All of a sudden, now that this shift has happened, you are seeing things change for you. So if I'm moving around too much, the energy is different right now too. So, but I feel like divine masculine is seeing a lot of things change, a lot of things happen. And I was saying this in another video, but like, I don't usually do videos where you could see me, so it's another revelation where maybe it's like people are coming out and you're seeing them for the first time. They popped out and now you're like, whoa, they made huge changes, major changes have happened, and now you can see them, and the changes that are taking place. So glowing up, maybe you're pampering yourself, maybe you got a massage, maybe you got therapy, maybe you got I don't know, red light therapy, maybe you change what you're eating, maybe you're exercising more. But whatever it is, there's a shift that happened. Spiritual shifts have been happening. Maybe you felt like it was a spiritual rebirth for you, a divine shakeup, and now things are changing, things are happening. But divine masculine is seeing all these things happening, things are changing. Maybe they had an ex that they were on the fence about, and they're like, I don't know if I'll ever go back. I don't know. We had good chemistry, and now that ex has been exposed, and they know that they can never go back. They know that, maybe, you know, things happened in a relationship where you thought it was fine and you're moving toward, let's get married, let's do this, let's do that, and all of a sudden, like a huge explosion because one or the other person got exposed and the person has not been genuine. And I think something else that I was thinking about was, the person might have been too lazy to do the work to actually become their best self. And now I think they are regretting it, because had they invested the time, energy, effort into becoming better, focusing on becoming their best self, or, focusing on their body, focusing on spiritual matters, focusing on, working through the stuff in the pain body so that they can be released from it, noticing that stuff is coming up, family secrets are coming out so that they can work through those things, and those things no longer have power over them. It's just like this if it's felt like maybe for the divine masculine, like this battle, this struggle, and now finally they're on the other side of it. And now, like I would say, maybe this energy is lingering for the next week after the ninth, but it's possible that it's not. It's possible that, for some people, this is the end of it. Now they're moving into more harmony in friendships, relationships, familial relationships, or, they're in more harmony in their career. Like things are starting to unfold and all their dreams are becoming reality, and they're feeling like they're more genuine. They're living out their dreams, their purpose, and really living into what it means to be, you know, who they are as a person who is called to their purpose. So, divine masculine, I think, is seeing that maybe, in the relationship between divine masculine, divine feminine, and these, are usually twin flames that I'm talking with, but um, a lot of it, divine masculine, is seeing that you were the one that actually stood up for them. They stood up for you. You were the one that was true. You were the one that weren't hiding. You weren't wearing a mask, and they feel like they can be themselves with you and be comfortable. They are feeling like, okay, I can move forward with this person. I could actually, reveal some things that I'm doing, my dreams. I can share them with this person. All they're doing is encouraging and supporting me. And they're not, trying to shade me, or they're not trying to say you don't deserve it or whatever. Or they're not trying to steal the spotlight. They're actually encouraging. They're supportive. They're saying what you're doing is great, and, standing up for you, and like shouting you out every chance they get. There, telling other people, bragging about you and saying you're doing such a great job and they're just so proud of you and all this stuff. And divine masculine is seeing that and saying they don't understand why they ever had questions about you. And they're looking back on the relationships they had with people that they thought were true, they thought were genuine, they thought they were authentic, and those people lied to them about you. For some of you, um, and it could be the other way with the divine feminine, that she trusted certain people, and those people lied to her about you, lied to her about who you are, what you're trying to do. Were you trying to support, encourage? They were saying, no, she's not, or he's not. And they're seeing who was true and who was not true. And I said this before, but something that is conceived on lies is not going to last. So the foundation is going to be shaky, and it's going to crumble if the things that you're doing are not right. But the things that stand up, the things that stand the test of time, the things that will last, the things that will be strong, the things that will be great and fruitful, those are the things that had a strong foundation because they were built on truth. And those are things that divine masculine is seeing. I think divine masculine has a lot of plans for you, to maybe, and maybe you what so certain songs will come into my head when I'm doing the reading. So for example, this, if you know the song, like, you're my little secret, and that's how we should keep it. But I feel like it's not them keeping you a secret. I feel like it's them not disclosing everything that you're doing in your relationship. So while they don't care if everyone in the world knows, they want everyone in the world to know that you have a relationship or a union, but they don't want everyone getting into your relationship, trying to destroy it or trying to break you apart, introducing doubt into the situation. So there's only certain people that you need to watch, listen to, read, whatever, because a lot of people are trying to break you up or trying to sabotage things or whatever, interfere. Um, so just, I would say, watch out for that, that there's a distinction between a person that's trying to keep what you have protected and keeping that a secret and not telling everyone what you're doing, in your relationship, versus a person who's trying to hide you. And even if, like in some cases, you're feeling like divine feminine or divine masculine is feeling like, why is my twin trying to say, we're not dating or whatever? Why are they trying to hide or whatever? But also, you don't know, like, you might be dating someone who's famous, let's say, and you don't know what that could be, like the reason why. Maybe they're trying to protect you because some people, once they find out that you're dating them, they might be after you, or might be stalking your social media, or looking to see what you're doing or where you are or whatever. um, and your twin might be saying they don't want you exposed to that. But when you're ready to come out and say, okay, fine, I want to tell the world about us, and both of you are ready at the same time, then they'll say, okay, they'll warn you and they'll say, just get ready, because there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes that you don't know about, that people try to get at them, or whatever it is. People try to defame them, or assassinate their character, or attack them, or whatever. And you have to be prepared to live life like that. And if you're not, and they know that, or you have let them know that in so many words, then they'll be less likely, I would say, to put you out there. And I think they would be more likely to protect you. So divine masculine is trying to protect you. um, but at some point, if you're saying, I want you to be all over my stuff, all over my page, all over this, all over that, I want everyone to know how much I love you, then they'll be like, okay. And then they'll do it, and they'll come out there with you as well. And they might do stuff behind the scenes so that that they're trying to support you or encourage you, or like tell you that they care about you, whatever. um, so just look out for things like that too, that maybe they're trying to protect you and stop anyone from trying to attack you, versus that they're trying to hide anything about you. um, so another song that came out, which I think is a wedding song, Here and Now. So they might be planning a wedding. They might be planning to elope. They might be planning to go, off just the two of you and get married, whatever. It might be a small, intimate wedding. Um, so endless love. So the lyrics that come up: two hearts that beat as one. Our lives have just begun, and forever I'll hold you close in my arms. I can't resist your charms. I'm not gonna sing to y'all right now, but just so you know, divine masculine, it's a lot of things are going through his head. So proposal and eloping and getting married might be one of those things. Um, Another thing is Endless Love. It's another like wedding song or love song. Endless Love. Sorry, the lyrics that I just quoted are from Endless Love. Here and Now is another song that came up. Here and Now, some of the lyrics: I promise to love faithfully. You're all I need. Here and now, I vow to be one with thee. Your love is all I need. So it's more lyrics of, just telling you, divine masculine is telling you your love is all he needs. Here and now, like this moment, there's something about this moment that's really important, that he's been looking for a love that's steady, that is consistent, that is solid. You're not, he's that way, and he wants you to know, and it might be the other way around. What I pick up is he's that way. He is steady. He is solid as a rock, and he wants a partner who's not all over the place. But I think what he's got to remember is this thing of communication. So we were talking about communication, with the thing with Mercury and Venus being in opposition. Now that's ending, and now Venus is, moving into Taurus, where she's home and feeling good and all this stuff. But what I'm talking about with divine masculine is divine masculine wants like a rock, if you can imagine, like something that's solid, because he wants a strong foundation. And he's been wanting to see that from you. But I think, like I said, the missing piece has been, it's been huge, communication. That maybe he's not saying a lot about how he feels or what he thinks about you or what he's planning on doing. He's just working a lot behind the scenes and not understanding that if you don't know what's going on, how can you make moves accordingly? So you have to know more, like, and I think what's coming is him being more expressive, telling you how much he loves you, that he cares about you, and all these things. This is, as long as you know, it's Gemini season, so we're looking at communication, like I said, even leadership, but expressiveness, teaching, education, travel, technology, all those things. So we're looking at all those things. And then what we're doing is moving into now Cancer season. And when we move into Cancer, then this is feelings, this is the heart, this is love, everything being expressed, openness. So communication still, but it's more about love, about hearts, about, and this another thing about this, and I know this video is getting long, but what's coming up is this thing about, you need to be like, this is another reason why it's important. I was talking about the glow up, but working out, eating right, stuff like that, taking care of yourself, taking care of your skin, your hair, your nails, your body, your energy, making sure that you take care of your energy. Make sure you're trying to stay and sorry, you're working on staying in consistently high energy, because of what's coming towards you is like, you haven't seen anything yet. The divine masculine, depending on who you are, divine feminine, but the divine masculine is coming, and they're going to just shower you. What's coming is shower me with your love. So you're going to be showered. You're going to be, you will have, like, you won't see it coming sometimes, that they'll just come and shower you, and you'll be like, what? Because they were never like this before, and you weren't expecting it. But like I said, moving into the season of Cancer, then we moving into, being happy, being at peace, loving each other, and like a level of love, like you, I will say, for a twin flame, you are prepared for it, but it's more, you need to keep your body in good shape. You need to eat healthy. You need to make sure that you're staying hydrated. You need to focus on, hair, skin, nails. You need to focus on getting healthy, eating healthy fats, taking a good multivitamin, like making sure that you get the energy that you need from what you're putting into your body. Nourish yourself in all of your bodies, mental, physical, spiritual, whatever, etheric, all these bodies, pain body, emotion body, all these bodies. You need to work through stuff. You need to do your shadow work. You need to take care of your psyche, psychology, the spirit, and all of that, because what's coming, like I said, is this love like you never imagined, the type of love that can be poured on you. And I think some of you are like, well, it's about time. He never says anything or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's coming. And so I would say just embrace it. Just be excited. Be happy about it. Continue with the glow up. Watch, read, listen to things that are going to inspire you, lift you up, help you, and focus on being around other people with good energy. Make sure that you're doing things, focusing on things that will keep you in good energy. Decide to be your best self and work toward that is what I would encourage you to do. And I think that's it. Oh, the video got to be a little too long. Well, the message came out the way it was supposed to. All right, y'all. So I'm going to end it for now. As always, thank you for joining me. Happy lightning fast manifesting. I'm going to talk to y'all later. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.